Hello again and welcome back. We're continuing on our brand new contest, the 2011 Cimc contest, the Canadian Intermediate contest. We just finished up Part A, question number 1. It's a nice little question involving a fellow going around the perimeter of a field. We just needed the final answer, as we do with every question in Part A. So as we continue on in this video, we're going to do Part A, question number 2. We're still just going to be looking for that final answer. No justification is required to get full marks as long as you have the correct answer. So let's take a look at the question. So question number 2. If a plus b is 9 minus c, and a plus b is 5 plus c, what is the value of c? So this question seems to be just a basic algebraic manipulation question. Can you manipulate the symbols a, b, and c to just isolate the value of c? Now the problem is we have 3 unknowns and 2 equations. And for those of you who are familiar with this sort of algebra, usually if you've got 3 equations and 2 unknowns, you're not going to get a final answer. Right? We usually need sort of 1 equation, 1 unknown, 2 equations, 2 unknowns, that sort of stuff. So we just want c. These a's and b's, they're kind of tripping us up. We can't just magically eliminate them or get them in terms of c. We won't have enough equations to do that. But if we reread the question very carefully, we're given a plus b is equal to 9 minus c, but also a plus b is 5 plus c. Okay. So our first equation, a plus b is 9 minus c. But we also know a plus b is the same as 5 plus c. Okay? Since both of our expressions in terms of c, that is, the expressions on the right, they're both equal to the same expression, a plus b, on the left. That means that the 2 expressions on the right must also be equal. You know, if x is equal to y, and y is equal to x, we know that x is equal to... If x is equal to y and y is equal to z, we know x is equal to z. It's a transitive property. 2 things that are equal to the same thing must themselves be equal. Okay? So 9 minus c, that's equal to a plus b. A plus b, we know that's equal to 5 plus c. So that tells me that 9 minus c must be equal to to 5 plus c. Nine minus c equal to 5 plus c. So now we have an equation just in terms of numbers and values of c. So we can start manipulating this, get all our numerical values onto one side, say the left-hand side, and all our values in terms of c onto the other side, the right-hand side. So I notice I have this 5 here. If I want to bring them over to the other side, I'm going to have to subtract by 5. Okay? To bring one thing over, you have to do the reverse operation. So here we have plus 5, or just 5. Going to have to do a minus 5. Likewise, we have a minus c on this side. We want to get all our values of c onto the right-hand side, so we're going to have to add c on the right-hand side. And we can clean these up. 9 minus 5, we all know that's 4. C plus c, well, that's just 2c, 2 copies of c. So we just want the value of c. We are asked just for the value of c in this question. So we need to do a little more manipulation. We need to get rid of this 2. We need to just have c by itself. So we have 2 multiplied by c on the right-hand side. So to get rid of this value of 2, we're going to have to divide by 2 on the left-hand side. Okay. But 4 divided by 2, we can all do that. 4 divided by 2, that's c. 4 divided by 2, the value of 2, c is 2. Whoa. Just erase that so our notes are nice and neat. So the question basically came down to recognizing that this value of a plus b, it's constant between the two equations, so we don't need to worry about what a is, what b is. We just needed to worry about our final answer of what c is. So final answers are all that count in this part A. So we would just write down 2 in the little box provided, and we'd move on. All right? That's all the question's asking for. So we're done question number 2, and I'll see you guys in the next video for question number 3.